Hello everyone and welcome to another video. How is everyone doing and how have your days been so far? Well, for me, it has been neither good nor bad, somewhere between peaceful and relaxing, especially on the weekend. And if you are wondering about this game is the total opposite of my current feelings. We are about to witness something so mind-blowing that you won't even feel disgusted by it. Well, in this game I wanted to try something a bit new. I wanted to go for a greedier approach by starting one camp on my side and then going for the blue side of the enemy jungler. Seems like a fair plan. The one issue that I didn't think of is that the experience is not enough after finishing the 3 camps to get a level up. What a weird encounter. The amazing thing about the early game is that the gold you get from each level up is huge in terms of stats and spells. It is as if you transcend reality each time from level 1 to level 3. Luckily, even after messing up the early game calculation, we managed to survive. And it seems the same thing that happened to us did happen to this poor Viego. This is what I like to call making a good dish out of bad ingredients. Now that we have managed to kill Viego, I think it should be better to go and gank for my bot carries line. Well, you know bot line specifically in this game. They mainly don't have a front line, so it will be optional to camp them since they don't have many defensive stats. The issue with my bot side is that you can't rely on them to start the gank or trying in a successful way to make it work. In this situation, Kaiser died for free. And that happened right at the beginning of the gank. And you can see even Pyke died also. The issue with this bot side is that if the Pyke isn't good enough, they will lose as the game progresses. Echo did a good play trying to recover this play. But the sad part is that you can't force plays like that against their composition. Here we have a problem. At first I was feeling that my team is not that reliable, and now I know for sure they can't hold their own. So the solution is either to come again and gank bot side, or simply try another approach by either getting my camps or getting more objectives. Here Sir Hui made a mistake. You never go to a jungle knowing there is a bear on the loose. The outcome is obvious. A dead artist in the middle of nowhere seeking inspiration, and that allowed us to get both the Drake and the Herald buff. But this is not enough to win the game. As you can see, my score is perfect, and I am trying my best to stay calm and play the game. Regarding Singed, I believe no one can help Singed, and the only one that can help Singed is Singed himself. This champion playstyle is unique, and believe or not, my first video on this channel was years ago, and it was a proposition on how to change this champion in his future rework. As ambitious as I was, I had that idea for years, and I simply shared maybe someday a rioter will see it, and it will serve as a stepping stone to make this champion better. Now in the minimap you can see that Kaiser just died for free. The issue with that player, I think he's purposefully trying to lose the game. In the early game he got a first blood, and now that player assumes that he got the superior ground, that by getting that tiny lead, he could not lose the game. This false belief forces him to engage in fights. And every time he loses a duel, he's trying to recover that loss by trying another duel, and another one, until the only solution left for him is to surrender to his own ego and lose us the game for free. Our main goal in this game is to win as a team. It's not that simple, but it's not that hard either. How? This is my advice. You shouldn't let the fear of a loss paralyze you into trying to make bad plays just to satisfy your bad team mentality. You just need to focus on yourself always and don't hesitate. For example, we just made a nice play in the mid lane, and we got a Baron buff out of the same play. Of course, all this happens due to my call and the reaction of my team, but what did they do after that? They started another fight. Why? We don't know why, and knowing why will only get you mad. We just know that Kai'Sa will die at the end of that play. And now I'm trying to recover something that shouldn't be even happening. I was thinking of backing. But that will tilt my team, and I am very ahead to the point that I went and bought the useless item, the Trailblazer. It helps your team follow up to your calls. This item is good in any given game except this one. And if you wonder why? Because I know the outcome of this game. This game is a doomed one, yet I am trying my best to win it with the tools that I have at my disposal. Let's say you are facing certain death. The one against you is either an unstoppable force or an undefeated enemy. What will you do? Roll over and take down your pants and be a simple butthole, or go plus ultra against all odds and be free? My mindset shouldn't be affected by others' behavior, and in this instance my team decided to go for another fight. I know for sure that taking the Drake, or even taking the Soul Drake, or even taking the Elder Drake will not win us this game. We need to finish this game as soon as possible because my team are bad players. And whenever you have bad players, you need to end the game as soon as possible. Here I managed to take one tower by myself, but what my team did with the Baron buff, they are fighting over nothing. There is nothing to fight for over there. This is exactly the mindset of a bad player, someone that only exists to ruin the game for others. Don't mistake me. Unskilled players can be good players. I'm sure all of you met guys like that, who try to do the utmost possible with their limited skills. But playing like this only shows bad intent. I hope from the bottom of my heart, Kaisa, that you hit your toe every morning with the edgiest and sharpest corner that is there in your house. Every day until the day you die. But this instance, my options are limited. I can of course group, but the moment when I group, I'm sure the game will be over. Because everyone would be dead and I will be facing 4 people in the same location. There is another solution, and that is to slightly split push, not totally split push. For example, with this strategy, I managed to take 1 tower. I can go for 2. But I think I would lose the duel against Darius because after the many fights he had, I'm sure he got some items. As you can see, these guys are chasing me across the map. It took them 9 years to get me. It hurt me to say this. My team shouldn't have come to help me. Instead, getting the bot side tower would have been the best possible outcome, but here we are. Let's go save the guy that will not get killed. Even with that, we managed to lure them into an ambush. It seems that the trade bazaar is actually a good item, regardless of any game. Due to this unexpected event, I went back and took the second inhibitor. Now, let's take a look on what my team are doing. They are fighting again over something irrelevant to the game. Instead of pushing at least one lane or even coming with me to take the inhibitor, they decided to go and fight over my jungle camps against Viego. This is very sad because not everyone can be a shot caller. There is only one president in the United States. There is only one king in any country. You can't have 2. In other words, if you don't have what it takes, don't force it. Just be patient and plan to be the person you were meant to be. Every time we group or even engage in the slightest fight, we lose. Now you can see that the enemy team knows that. My team are not that good. For example, I tried to steal the Baron, but it was too late. The second plan that I had in mind is that to ask for my mid laner or top laner to backdoor the game, because Echo got the tools to take any tower with his Leechbane. So yes, we do still have a chance to win. We just don't need to tilt no matter what happens. Even if we know already that this game is lost, we shouldn't play like a loser. We should always be playing like a winner. Because this game is just a part of our long journey to a higher tier. Even if we lose all games tonight, it doesn't mean we are a loser. It just means we are trying to win. This is not a mindset trick, or make-believe. This is a way to always overcome your own false sense of relying on others. Now, this Pyke is unskilled, but he is a good player. He is trying to make it work. On the other hand, our damage is not there since our supposed carry is always dead. There was no need to locate herself in the enemy territory like that. It scares me a lot when I find my backline in front of me in the fight. It disorients me because I feel like I am now the backline, and they are the front, like taking damage and crowd control. So far at this stage of the game, I am still unfazed. Not tilting is actually a superpower that can be acquired by anyone, and you can use that in your day-to-day life. Also, I am a bit shackled regarding how I can communicate with my team. If I type a lot and I get reported, Riot will ban my account for 1 week. This is the current situation with my 0 levels of honor. It seems I am not honorable because I tell others to go get better at the game. But I am very open about my ideas, and how I think we can win this game, and I am not under any obligation to come and do what you think is right the same way you choose to not push and keep fighting. Emerald Elo is a mysterious place. You only climb by waiting for others to do mistakes. We have a saying that goes like this: if you work a lot, you mess up a lot and you get fired. If you are a little, you make a tiny bit of mistakes and you get a bonus at the end of the year. And if you don't work at all, you don't make any mistakes and you get promoted to chief or director. And the same goes for Emerald Elo. You just to play normally, don't make stupid calls if you don't know what you are doing, and you should naturally climb to Diamond, where the real horror of this game starts. Whenever I start the fight or I make the call, we end up doing something positive. And whenever I am recalling or just someone else is leading the front line, my team ended up dying for free. You would assume that the correct idea is to stay around my team, but Sadly, I think you are mistaken because it is risky to group with my team when I know for sure they will just die before even the fight starts. Now, I am not perfect, and I'm not the best. This is my first mistake in the game. I decided to camp this bush in the hope that Aphelios will face check with the help of Singed, since I know I can't kill him alone, and look and behold. The Singed gave away our location. This moment was heartbreaking because I decided to stand next to this dude. And now the enemy got the Soul Drake for free. I don't mind them getting the Drake. The only issue is that they will get it while I am dead, and there is no counterattack or something in return for us. Our plan B is still at standby. I asked Echo earlier to backdoor, and I let him pick the correct time to do so. And if you do that and die, you should be mad at yourself because you don't know the ways of the back door. Not because I gave you a proposition and you failed to make it work. I am sure if this guy managed to end the game, he would be telling cool stuff as you are the man. Oh wow, nice call. But in the end, my last hope in my team was extinguished with the death of this Echo. Now my hope went to a higher power. There is still a chance that someone will disconnect, or a meteor will hit the electricity of someone on the enemy team. I don't blame my team for losing. I believe we lost, because I couldn't carry 3.5 useless players all the way from start to finish. Since Pike, even he made the most bad plays, he was actually trying to win. There is no shame in knowing one's limit. The only regret one must have if they are satisfied with their current level, knowing they can be better. We are witnessing together the last play of this game. I tried my best with the given tools that I have, trying to stay calm and positive. I am not sad because we lost, and expressing my displeasure with my team doesn't mean I hate them, but it is what it is. A man must take a loss and prepare for the win, and with this, my dear viewers, our time has reached to an end. Make sure to do the usual. Drop a like and leave me a comment about your experience with the bear. They always bring me comfort and inspiration for the upcoming videos, and subscribe if you are new to the channel, and stay sane against the horrors of the solo queue. Hope to see you soon, and take care everyone. Peace.